All right, hi everybody. This is Anuj here once again, and today we are going to review the ChatGPT again. And this time it is different from the previous video. Previously, we have seen some use cases of ChatGPT in our personal life, something that we are already using on our smart devices, like how to get the recipe of making some food, directions for somewhere, making itineraries for your next travel, and many other stuff which we regularly use. And we normally focus on depending upon the Google searches and other stuff and comparing many websites before coming to a conclusion. And I showed you guys about how you can save more time when you are using ChatGPT free version or even paid version. You will get better results. Free version is maybe sometime it's not available, so that can be just some of the setbacks of using free version. But today's video we are going to use some cases, use cases where you can save your time in your professional life. So in professional life, sometimes we do some mistakes that creates your kind of bad or negative impact on your bosses or peers. And if, as they say that you are branding whatever you are working, you are selling something, either selling your skill, selling your products or something. But everybody, whether they are doing job or doing business, they are selling something. So it's important that you brand yourself properly and you brand yourself as the same perception the people have as you want them to have. So that is quite important. So let's move on. And we have ChatGPT here. And let's say your boss says, or you are at a lead level or a manager level in your company, and they want you to make a project plan of a software development where number of resources are less and the time is also less. So let's see what ChatGPT can tell us. Here we go. How to make a plan of software development when number of resources, wait a minute, and time available is very less. Let's see what ChatGPT replies. Okay, so we have some points here and there are sub bullet points also. So we have to define the objective and scope properly. We have to prioritize the feature. So that's quite important. If you are not prioritizing and if you just make like a big product backlog without prioritizing that which feature is important for us, then it's not gonna go anywhere. Maybe you will make some products feature which are not so important and ready to go, but important features are still pending in the product backlog or a sprint backlog, whatever. Second point is do the assessment of available resources. You cannot make a plan based on some resources which are not available yet. So understanding your resources is very important. It is not like you can just copy paste from somewhere and say, okay, this is the plan ready. There are a lot of templates in a lot of different repositories from Microsoft, Google, Apple, that you can do a resource planning and other plannings. But if you do not know your own resources, there is a chance that you are going to do some mistake. So it's better that whoever is making a plan should be able to have enough information they should have about the available resources. There is a time to create a timeline. So when you are going to, if you are working in an agile methodology, for example, so every phase sprint, every meeting, everything is important. And you have to create a timeline which is not so aggressive, not so pessimistic, something which is realistic, that you make a timeline for what features you are going to deliver in which release and which sprint you are going to develop which feature. And the important thing is you should know the velocity of your team. What is the velocity in agile methodology? Is how fast your team works. And that comes with the history of the team working together. And there is a concept of story points, which is just nothing but a unit to assess or measure how much time a particular task is going to take. So that is something should know. If you know the velocity of team, then you can always make a more realistic plan, and there is less chance that your plan will be the actual outcome is will be deviated from the plan, because a good planner is a one that is close to what actually happens when you deliver compared to what was actually planned. If there are big changes from the client side or from the product owner side, then that's a different thing. But if nothing is changing and your plan is getting deviated more than 10-15% from what you have planned, then that gives a negative impact on your skill set of being a planner. That's the thing. Next thing is allocate the tasks. So once you have the timeline, you have resources, you have features, then features can be divided into different tasks, and those tasks should be assigned to at the high level of some senior team members or the leads first, and then there will be subtasks under it where those subtasks should be assigned to the junior team members. And those things are not to be done by the planner. They can be done by the senior members or the leads of the team. So it's not an issue. Then we have to implement the efficient workflow. So you have to use the project management tool. I personally recommend Jira. Trello is something, there are some features missing there, like generating a high level of reports. That's why I do not recommend Trello. Jira is the best. Asana I have never used, so I cannot comment on it. We have to track the progress of the project, and we have to do it with less number of team meetings and one-to-one follow-up or any kind of thing. And that's why Jira is important. So if you have configured it properly, you can get the real-time status of your project development without disturbing the team. That's its beauty. So workflow should be there. We have to adopt the continuous integration and continuous delivery, CI/CD practices. What happens sometimes is once your project is, some of the tasks are done, then somebody has to make a build, archive everything and make a build to make it ready for QA, for example, or showing it to the client. And that manual task, it takes a long time depending on your project. In the gaming projects where I am working in, it is normally taking 1 to 2 hours, depending on how big your project is. So if that is set up in the CI/CD, when you have some scripts that they automatically run and create a build for your team, then it will save a lot of time. And if you have a crunch time, as we asked the question, then CI/CD becomes very important. It's going to save 2-3 hours of one of your resource almost every time when you make a build. That's important. Then we go to the next one, which is monitor and adjust. So we have to regularly keep reviewing the things. We have Jira, we have automated scripts, we have report. It doesn't mean things will be done automatically. Somebody, most probably, most of the time it is a Scrum Master, or even sometimes product owner also comes and keeps seeing the progress of your plan. Uh, they have to keep looking into it, and if something is going wrong, like some ticket which is supposed to be like 2 stories, 3 stories, which is approximately 1 day, and if that task is in progress status for more than 2 days, for example. That means somebody either is not updating the Jira tickets, or it is taking more time than we previously estimated during the sprint planning and all that. So, with like this example, we have to monitor and we have to adjust. That is important. Communicate effectively. That's very important. This brings me to set up an example. Just mention example of my previous team when we had one rock star kind of developer in our team. He was very good in his individualistic work, but not taking care of proper communication. So he was making changes in the code, checking it into the main branch where every other developer is working, and he was not informing the team that what he has changed. And without the information, without properly updating the Jira ticket, it created a lot of confusion among the team. Sometimes it is a redundant work because somebody else was also working on it. Sometimes it was a work which Scrum Master along with the producer decided that we don't need to do it. It's let's deprioritize this stuff. We do it in next sprint. But the rockstar developer has finished it, showing off that how good he is. And that miscommunication created a lot of chaos in the team. And in place of working as a one team and then showing the stuff, making the stuff, making one product which is better than the previous version of the product was failing. And that is what uh, should be avoided. So you do not need a rock star in your team. You need somebody who is a good communicator. They may have less technical skill, that's can be dealt with, but if they are not communicating properly or miscommunicating or trying to disrupt the plan because they work faster or some other arrogant ego issue they have, then you better don't take those people in your team or ask them to change. Next thing is the risk management. So we have to identify the potential risk. That risk can be as simple as somebody going on sick leave, annual leave, maternity leave in your team, paternity leave also in some countries, and can be as big as if some of your tool is not available, or if there are resources which are supposed to join in the middle of the project given by a recruitment team and the HR team, but they did not join. What will happen? Or client changes the plan a lot. Uh, how can we uh, monitor the things? So that risk management, I will just give a small example that how can we do. If you do this risk management planning, the important thing is, for example, in order to deliver on time, your team has to work maybe 5 more extra days in a time span of 1 quarter, for example. So 5 more extra days, if you try to get those 5 more extra days at the end of the delivery of final delivery of the project, it will be difficult. But in 3 time span, if you can uh, ask your team to work on holidays or weekends, like on the like around basis, like not whole team has to come, but you guys some of them 30-40% can come on this Saturday, then few of them can come on other Saturdays. So getting some extra time which is spread across the whole development duration is much easier in terms of management compared to if you try to squeeze the time and ask people in last 2 weeks of the whole project delivery time, you ask them to come and work on every Saturday and every Sunday to squeeze the thing, or work extra 2-3 hours every day. That would be very frustrating for employees who are working on task. But if you ask somebody, just because it's a client requirement, just because it is something we are not able to deliver on time, if they can work like this, and then of course you give them perks like extra holidays or overtime money, then that risk can be easily mitigated. Quality assurance. Uh, Automated testing is important if your project is big. And quick testing is important. What is a quick testing or sanity testing? It is as soon as some build is ready, QA should jump on it and they should test that particular feature, even if it is a half feature with a lot of placeholders in the team. But they should be they should keep testing my stuff, because if testing doesn't happen on time, then it creates problem, especially for developers. Because if QA is testing some feature which was made a month ago, and then they log some critical bugs, then developer has to change his mindset and go back to something that he developed a month back. They will still fix the bug, but if they get the bug of something that they developed last week, for example, then it will be very easy for them to fix that, because all the logic and everything is already in their mind, and they can fix it faster. So quality assurance on time is very important. My recommendation is, as soon as Jira ticket is done, like in fact your own development sprint, you should make one column, maybe name as ready for QA or for QA or something, whatever name, it's up to you. The team should understand what is that. And developers, after finishing their development task on it and checking into the main code, when the build is ready through CI/CD, the ticket should be moved to ready for QA, so that QA just picks it up, take the latest build, and then test on it and give you the bug at the end of the that particular sprint, so that your planner, Scrum Master, can plan about next sprint. They should add 20-30% of the time for bug fixing, depending on how many bugs you have, and rest of the time is for generating, creating new features. This is how it should go. So it's pretty good. If I see the response of ChatGPT, software development planning, we can go into one by one in the detail of each, and ChatGPT can also give you a template like how this should be done. And you just have to fill the template and go for it. So it's very easy. I think the workload of Scrum Masters and other planners of the team, delivery managers, will become very easy if they use ChatGPT. Let's move on to next one. Okay, this is something, how to say, soft skill or a political skill in the team. Let's go to ChatGPT and use the voice recognition this time. I hope it is connected. These days, I think last 1 week, I'm finding ChatGPT. Hey ChatGPT.
It sounds like you might be experiencing issues or challenges with ChatGPT lately. Could you tell me more about what's been happening or what specific problems you're encountering? This way, I can better understand and help address your concerns.
It's okay. I was just talking to my viewers regarding some of the connection issues in ChatGPT last week, but I think now because you are connected, so everything is fine. Can I ask you one question?
Of course, feel free to ask your question.
Okay, I'm working in a team, and my boss is having pressure of delivering something to the client in a very crunch time, and he's asking the whole team, including me, to do some extra hours of work every working day and also work on Saturdays and Sundays. My question to you is, how can I say politely no to my boss?
Saying no to your boss, especially in a high pressure situation, can be challenging, but it's important to do it respectfully and thoughtfully. Here's a suggestion on how to approach it. Hi, boss's name. I understand the urgency and the pressure we're under to meet the client's deadline. However, I'm concerned about maintaining the quality of my work and my well being with the current workload and additional hours. I can commit to working extra hours during the weekdays, but working every weekend as well might not be sustainable for me in the long run. Is there a way we can prioritize tasks or find additional resources to help manage the workload more effectively? This approach shows that you are committed to the project and willing to put in extra effort, but also sets boundaries to maintain a balance.
All right, I have paused the ChatGPT listening and discuss about the answer. Uh, I'm in software industry for 17 years now, and many times when there is an extra crunch time for the team, junior team members especially, who uh, think about the consistent work-life balance and do not work more than the assigned working hours as per their job appointment letter, they get into this position. But coming into reality, most of the projects that I have worked with, they have these business requirements. Things get a little bit of messy because of anybody's fault, but in the end, everything has to be covered and has to be delivered on time. So, uh, people who are senior or who are into the delivery and who understand the market, they are easily ready to give their extra time. But sometimes juniors or somebody who's not happy working in the team or in their notice period or looking for a new job, they will always have a problem. But still, when your boss asks you to do some extra work while you have some traveling plan on the weekend or some after working hours, you had some dinner planned or something, then still, how ChatGPT has recommended is you have to be a little bit, not a little bit, you have to be polite and try to negotiate it with the boss about the extra hours of working. Like, cannot work on the weekdays but can come on Saturday, or don't want to work on Saturdays but I will give extra hour on every weekday because and I'm fully committed. I want to show that the project, I'm worried about the project and I'm worried about the delivery because this is harsh truth for everybody that if delivery fails, it's a lose-lose situation for everybody. Client is not happy, delivery manager is not happy, your team itself will be not happy in the longer run because if things fail, the revenue impact is there for your company. Your appraisal might not be good. You won't get more salary increase. Your team might lose the project, and you have to look for another project. So there are a lot of negative things compared to you give couple of hours every day for a few days in working hours, extra days, and everything will be fine. So it's a very nice answer from ChatGPT and very thoughtful. Let's go to the next question. Okay, this is something very important, happen to everybody. At least for me, it is. Every time when you, because I eat Indian food in lunchtime, and you will become a little bit of lazy or dull after lunchtime, of course, compared to your first half of the day. Let's say what ChatGPT will say. Hey ChatGPT, can you hear me? Can I ask you another question?
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead and ask your question.
Okay, I have a problem in office. Every time after lunch, I become less active compared to my first half of the day. And I actually want to avoid it because I want to contribute more in the team, learn new skills, deliver more with the high quality. And I really do not like after lunchtime, my brain is a little bit sleepy. Can you help me in that?
Absolutely, I can help with that. Feeling sluggish after lunch is a common issue, often due to a natural dip in energy levels. Here are some tips to help you stay active and alert in the afternoon. 1. Watch your lunch. Avoid heavy meals that are high in carbs and sugar. Opt for lighter, balanced meals with lean proteins, vegetables, and whole grains. Stay hydrated by drinking plenty of water throughout the day. 2. Take a short walk. A brief walk after lunch can boost your energy levels and help digestion. Even a walk around the office can make a difference. 3. Avoid caffeine overload. While it might be tempting to reach for another coffee, too much caffeine can lead to a crash later. Try green tea or herbal teas for a gentler boost. 4. Power nap. If your workplace allows, a quick power nap, 10 to 20 minutes, can refresh your mind. 5. Engage in light activity. Stand up, stretch, or do some light exercises to get your blood flowing. 6. Stay organized. Schedule your most challenging tasks for the morning and leave less demanding tasks for the afternoon. Fresh air. If possible, get some fresh air. Natural light and fresh.
Okay, so there are a lot of things that ChatGPT has told, and everything is to the point and on spot. And what I have seen a lot of people in my office doing almost all kind of activities because I work in gaming company. Many people in the lunchtime they play games, video games or mobile games, multiplayer games with the team member can increase your adrenaline level and it's going to make you a little bit less sluggish uh, after lunchtime. Of course, as I said, I eat Indian food, which is sometimes a bit oily and heavy with all carbohydrates. So, watching the lunch is important. Short walk helps. Sometimes when I go out for eating, I need to walk 5 minutes out of my building office, and that day I'm a little bit more active compared to when I eat in office. Caffeine overload, this is my bad thing. I drink almost 3 coffees every day during my working hours, and I think I should take care of it in future. Power nap on desk, I allow my team members to do it after lunch. Many of the people who are not so much active, may playing the games or playing table tennis in office, they take power nap and they feel fresh after it. But one thing, after you, once you have a power nap, make sure you have done toothbrush. Otherwise, it can be a little embarrassing. Lighter activity, as I said, walking around, stretching, make sure your body blood is flowing properly because if you are working in software industry, your work is all sitting and that destroys your body, make your body a bit lazy. So playing table tennis is something very important, something that can help you in not getting sleepy and still not destroying your body while working in software industry. But a little walk and stretching, there are a lot of exercises that you can do stretching. Even sitting on your chair from time to time is important. Have to be organized, and this is I follow. I There is something called "eat the frog first," a kind of phrase, which means if you have a lot of tasks to do, can be your personal life or professional life, better to do the hard work at first, so that once you get rid of it and you have already gone through it, then other tasks are the simple ones that you can easily finish it while you are getting sleepy or tired by towards the end of day or after lunch. Then it will still be of a high quality because it's simple work. It doesn't need your full attention and more active brain. So eat the frog first. Fresh air. Current corporate world, it's not that easy to get the fresh air, or even in the lunchtime in the afternoon. You live in Asia, most of the time it is hot, so you'll get feel more dizzy or tired if you go out. Breaking the task into smaller chunks. Okay, so after lunch, if you are not so active, then do not take the complex task at once. Make it into simple ones, go slowly a bit, and then make sure that all the simpler, smaller chunks are combined together in the end, and your work is done. Stay mentally stimulated. So, this one is if you are doing some kind of repetitive work, what happens with brain, it stops doing brainstorming and thinking something different or some kind of uh, pressure on the brain that it needs to work, get some creative ideas or do something with help of memory. That thing doesn't happen sometimes if you're doing repetitive work. So what is important is what I normally do is read something new, something interesting that you like. It may be as simple as news, or maybe some good fiction books that your brain has to do some processing. So once brain has a processing going on, then it can be less sluggish after lunch. So I like all these answers from ChatGPT. You could have also found it while doing the Google search, and luckily clicking on some link which gives all these or some of these. But good thing about ChatGPT is that it's going to do all that manual work of searching and all that thing by itself, and then give you the summary in the shortest available time. So very nice answer. Okay, this is another important thing, salary. Uh, Everybody wants more salary, and every year or every 6 months, when there is a appraisal or the review of performance is happening, every average employee, they have expectation of increase in the salary or discussion about salary. So let's ask ChatGPT what it suggests us if we ask for more salary. It's taking time to connect. Hey ChatGPT,
I'm here. How can I assist you today?
I have my annual performance reviews in my office next week. Can you please suggest me how can I ask for more salary increase from my HR and from my boss?
Certainly, asking for a salary increase can be a bit nerve wracking, but with the right approach, you can make a compelling case. Here's how you can approach the conversation with your HR and boss. 1. Prepare your case. Gather evidence of your accomplishments, contributions, and any additional responsibilities you've taken on. Highlight any specific projects where you delivered exceptional results or exceeded expectations. 2. Know your worth. Research salary benchmarks for your role in your industry and location to understand what others in similar positions are earning. Use websites like Glassdoor, PayScale, or industry reports to get accurate data. 3. Schedule a meeting. Request a meeting with your boss or HR to discuss your performance review and salary. Mention that you'd like to discuss your compensation as part of the review. 4. Express gratitude and commitment. Start the conversation by expressing your appreciation for the opportunities you've had and your enthusiasm for continuing to contribute to the team. 5. Present your case. Clearly and confidently present your achievements and the value you bring to the company. Use specific examples and data to support your points. Mention the market research you've done and how your current salary compares to industry standards. 6. Be specific about your request. State the percentage or amount of the salary increase you're seeking. Be reasonable and based on your research. Explain how this increase aligns with your contributions and the value you bring to the organization. 7. Be open to dialogue. Listen to their response and be prepared for a discussion. They may have questions or concerns, so be ready to address them. If the increase isn't possible immediately, ask about other forms of compensation, e.g., bonus.
Okay, so I have clicked on closing it by mistake, but I think most of the points are already covered. And that's quite nice, because though everybody wants a salary increase, and sometimes we just want salary increase without any practical answer, practical point about it. So it is very important for an employee to do his own research, his or her own research, that why I need more salary, not just because everybody needs more money. You also have to make a case. So when they say prepare the case, that means do not expect your manager and HR to have all the information about you, that how good you have worked and your contribution in the team, and how in the crunch time or in some a time when some leadership quality or something was needed and you showed it. Do not expect them to remember by themselves, though it's their job. But still, in order to make your case stronger, make sure that you mention it and you make a case, make a file, bullet points by yourself. And the best thing that normally I used to do in my when I was junior uh, QA in India and in Thailand is every time when you do something, you maintain a sheet online that keep putting your bullet points with the details that what have you achieved for the team, for the company, for the project, and keep writing it because sometimes you will also forget it. If you do the annual, your company follows annual appraisal cycle, then what you did in first quarter of that year may not be easy to remember even for you. So keep making your points every time you achieve something or you have email evidences for client appraisal or something, keep those evidences at one common place so that you can use it later on. Knowing your worth is important, so uh, do a rational check. Go into different websites like Glassdoor, PayScale, and some industry reports and all. Very easy to find on Google as well as on ChatGPT. You can ask these questions directly and see that whatever is your skill level, are you getting that salary or not? When I say skill level, it doesn't mean your position in the company or what you are doing right now. It is about what are you capable of doing. That means, let me give you an example. So I hired an automation QA and is quite skilled, doing a very nice job. And I asked them, like, okay, we don't have any CI/CD engineer here, any DevOps. So can you try hooking up your scripts in a CI/CD pipeline so that your scripts will automatically run whenever we have a new build or whenever we want to use run it remotely via Jenkins and other tools. So he said, okay. And then next day he came to me and said, it's a CI/CD job, it belongs to DevOps, and if I have to do the DevOps thing, then I'm expecting my salary to be increased uh, up to a level of DevOps. Uh, yeah, so sometimes it happens that you cannot do all these things. And I had to explain him the actual responsibility of the DevOps. And out of those 10-15 points that DevOps is supposed to do, he could do nothing without doing the research and all that stuff and have done nothing. So it's very easy sometimes people just ask because, oh, that does not belong to what is written in my appointment letter, so I will not do it. Normally, what happens is if you do something extra, you are an outstanding performer uh, in what you are doing. Is sometimes you have to just make sure that you do extra, but you have to uh, not exactly asking your bosses right at the same time. Annual appraisal and 6 months appraisals are uh, done for the same reason. If you have done anything extra, you will get outstanding maybe position or salary increase or something. But it is not, yeah, the case that I explained. It's a problem. Schedule a meeting. Normally, HRs they have one-on-one meetings, so you have to go like that. Expressing gratitude and commitment is important. So, yeah, that's a common thing. Nothing to discuss about it. As ChatGPT said, present your case. So, as I said, do not expect HR and the lead to know it by themselves and say, "Oh, as per the market standard, you should give me. It's your job, and don't need to explain a lot." Still be professional and explain everything, why you have come to a conclusion that you have to get a salary increase. Mention your market research that you have done. Uh, you have to be specific about your requests, that how much salary you are expecting it to be increased, so that HR and lead they have an understanding that you have done your research and you really believe that you need a salary increase. Be open to discuss not just present your point, talk to HR and see what they can do. If company is in a bad situation, sometime it may happen that you have done an outstanding work to deliver a project, but it was already delayed. It was a fixed price project and client is not going to pay extra, and company has already suffered through some revenue losses, which they cannot think about increasing the salaries. So those situations may come in your team, in your project, but you have to understand from the business point of view. Sometimes even your outstanding performance is there, and you have saved the project, you have done a lot more than what you are supposed to do, but still the revenue stream of the company is not that good at that time. Especially startups mostly are like that. So there might not be a salary increase on that annual appraisal, but you can ask them future salary reviews or what they can give you in terms of extra benefits. You can have some coupons like your parking tickets or traveling allowance or some kind of stuff which may not be the direct money but company in your account, but company can help you in doing some kind of stuff. Next thing is stay professional. So regardless of the outcome, even if you don't get a salary increase, if it's a recession time, something happen, you get in fact you get a salary reduction by 20, 30, 50% sometimes. You have to be professional. You don't have to fight with the team, fight with the HR or manager. In the worst case, you can start looking for some opportunity outside. If things are not going with you as per in this as per your expectation in the current company, then you can just move forward and then look for an opportunity elsewhere. There is another tip when you are giving interviews in other companies. Never say bad about your bosses and manager in the company. You can just say that things are going good, but I have more aspiration, passion in going out that current company cannot fulfill. But do not say very bad because it doesn't feel very professional with the team. So, very nice answer. And in fact, ChatGPT has given you an email template. You just have to change the HR and boss's name and ask them about some specific thing in the email, that how much amount or percentage you want to increase, and move forward. So it's like everything is just ready within seconds, and then your work will be done. So quite interesting. Uh, One more thing. Now, this is kind of another soft skill stuff. Sometimes you are good in the team, everything is going fine, you are quite happy, and as per your skills market demand, you get a better opportunity of somewhere outside the company. And because money, position, maybe you wanna shift to some other city or other country, and it is the new job is fulfilling that stuff, then you decide to move on. But it is quite awkward situation if your boss is very good and he or she has taken care of all your professional needs and got you a very nice appraisal maybe just a couple of months back, and then you decide to move forward and leave the company and put your papers, then how can you how to approach your boss in doing that? So let's ask. Taking time. Hey ChatGPT, can you help me with a question?
Of course. What do you need help with?
I got an annual appraisal in my company just a couple of months back, and my boss is really good taking care of all my professional needs. But just last week, I got a very nice offer from USA, and it is fulfilling all my future aspirations in my field of my job, and I want to leave and join that company in USA, how can I approach my boss to not make him feel hurt? And I don't want to spoil my relation because the boss is really good, but I still, on the other hand, I want to join this new job because it's important for my career. Can you help me with that?
Navigating the situation with sensitivity and professionalism is key. Here's how you can approach the conversation with your boss. 1. Plan your discussion. Schedule a private meeting with your boss. Make sure you have enough time to discuss things thoroughly without interruptions. 2. Be honest and appreciative. Start by expressing your gratitude for the opportunities and support your boss has provided. Clearly explain that this decision is based on your career aspirations and future goals. 3. Explain your decision. Share the reasons why the new opportunity aligns with your long term career goals. Emphasize that this decision is not a reflection of your experience at the current company, but rather a step towards achieving your professional aspirations. 4. Acknowledge their support. Highlight specific instances where your boss's support and guidance have been invaluable to you. Mention how their mentorship has contributed to your growth and prepared you for this new opportunity. 5. Offer a smooth transition. Offer to help with the transition process to ensure minimal disruption. This might include training a replacement or documenting your current projects. Provide a reasonable notice period to help your boss find a suitable replacement. 6. Maintain a positive relationship. Express your hope to stay in touch and maintain a positive relationship. Be open to providing support or advice even after you've left. Here's a sample script to help guide your conversation. Hi, boss's name. I wanted to have a private conversation with you regarding an important.
Okay, ChatGPT is also giving the email template on how to approach boss. But the points told by ChatGPT are really impressive. You don't have to, first thing is like you have to set up a meeting. First thing you should do is appreciate your boss, what he or she has done for you in order to make you more skilled. If you got a better opportunity, better salary, or better position and respect in the team. Yeah, so everything goes positive, and then you have to tell that, okay, because I have got opportunity outside. It is all because of a big contribution from your side because you has given me some kind of opportunity to learn more and do a lot of things which are important for getting me this job, and that's why how I got it. Again, do the acknowledgement of their support. Never say anything bad, or of course, because boss is good, you don't have to say anything bad. You just have to inform about this is what you are supposed to do. And if the boss is professional and they understand, because they have also gone through probably these kind of situations, and they understand probably what is good for you. And if they're really good boss, they have to accept it. What you can offer is a smooth transition. Whoever is my replacement, I'm going to explain a lot of things. Maybe I will be available after leaving the company also to help somebody over a phone call or a Zoom or a Google call if they have some kind of they get stuck on something, or even you can offer about if the project is very critical and depending on you, you can offer helping them on some weekends, of course, with some compensation in terms of money. Still maintain a positive relationship with the boss because you never know, your new dream job can have any kind of problems, and then you might have to come back while your boss is a senior in your field, and he or she may be in some other company or in the same company, and then you need to get back to work under her because you definitely like that boss, as we asked a question from ChatGPT. So positive relationship is important because you never know when you are going to come back. Good thing is, I cannot personally think of any other point that you should approach your boss in telling that. And it has also given you an email template to do this. So that solves a lot of your points, and it also gives you saves your time without going through a lot of brainstorming and thinking about the point, how you should approach the boss. I think these 6 points are good enough. So let's see what else can we ask from ChatGPT. Okay, this is very important. It happened in most of the competitive countries where uh, people asking for the job are more compared to number of opportunities. So not only technical skills, sometimes person need to have a political skill also to survive in a competitive team. Let's ask ChatGPT. It's taking time. Connection failed. Oh, what's wrong? Hello, ChatGPT.
It sounds like you might be facing some challenges with the process. Could you let me know what's wrong or if there's something specific you need help with? I'm here to
I
assist
want,
you.
I want to ask you another question.
Sure, go ahead and ask your question. I'm here to help.
I want to get some tips from you how to deal with the team politics in my team. I'm working in a software company with a 15-member team, and four people are at the lead level, including me. And leads mostly try to show off more than they do. Couple of leads in the team, and I feel like sometimes they try to snatch the work I have done and try to take the credit in front of manager. Sometimes they try to control the resources which are under me without keeping it transparent to me. And I feel like it is a part of a team politics, which can be very dangerous for the team and the overall output. And I'm worried about the project's performance and the team's performance. So, how to deal with this team politics?
Dealing with team politics can be challenging, but there are strategies you can use to navigate this situation effectively. Here are some tips. 1. Document your work. Keep detailed records of your contributions and achievements. This will help you provide concrete evidence if you need to defend your work. 2. Communicate transparently. Keep open lines of communication with your manager and team. Regularly update them on your progress and contributions to ensure your work is visible. 3. Build alliances. Foster positive relationships with other team members and leads. Building a network of allies can help you gain support and navigate political situations more effectively. 4. Address issues directly. If you notice someone taking credit for your work or controlling resources unfairly, address the issue directly with them in a professional manner. Clearly state your concerns and seek a resolution. 5. Stay professional. Maintain a high level of professionalism in all interactions. Avoid getting drawn into negative behavior or gossip. 6. Focus on the team's goals. Remind the team of the common goals and the importance of collaboration. Emphasize how working together transparently benefits the project and the organization. 7. Seek feedback. Regularly ask for feedback from your manager and peers. This can help you understand how others perceive your work and identify areas for improvement. 8. Leverage your manager. If the situation doesn't improve, consider discussing your concerns with your manager. Frame the conversation around how the team dynamics are affecting the project's performance and offer solutions. 9. Be assertive. Assertively protect your contributions and role without being confrontational. Ensure that your responsibilities and achievements are recognized. 10. Develop conflict resolution skills. Improve your conflict resolution skills to handle disagreements and political situations more effectively. Training or workshops on this topic can be beneficial. Here's an example of how you might address a situation directly with a colleague. Hi, I've noticed that there have been instances where the work I've done has been presented without acknowledgement of my contributions. I believe this can create misunderstandings and affect our team dynamics. I'd appreciate it if we could ensure that each team member's contributions are properly recognized and communicated to our manager. Let's work together to maintain transparency and collaboration for the benefit of our project and team. By taking these steps, you can better navigate team politics and foster a more
Okay, I have stopped it and I want to discuss about the points. First thing, people who have worked 10, 15 years in any of the team, they could tell that, okay, this is all the things you need to do. You don't have to fight with anybody, don't have to shout on the things. To discuss the point, I will start from the bottom of the list because I think some things are very important. Developing the conflict resolution skills, talking direct and expressing yourself about what is your perception if somebody has done all those points that I said before. Is presenting your work as their work or trying to take the credit of your work or try to take control of your resources. Then you have to talk to them directly and politely and mention them about the rules and regulations that you have. It's like, this is my resource, and you should not directly go to them. It avoids it. First thing, it's like reducing your importance as a lead or manager of that resource. Second thing, it disturbs your plan with that resource. So that you have to do. Be more assertive. Do not ignore if any such thing is happening. You have to tell the person directly, mentioning in the email, and also sometimes if it is needed and things are repeated, you have to tell the manager. So you have to discuss your concern with the manager whose only job you should understand is to let the harmony of the team grow as well as the productivity, the contribution, delivery, everything to be normal and under control. So manager will definitely listen to you. He or she will observe if something that you are saying is correct or not, and then they will take the action accordingly. So bringing it in front of the manager, bringing it in front of them is very important. Another thing is you have to ask for the feedback. Keep asking regular feedback from your managers or even peers sometime, even juniors, when you take them for lunch or coffee or something. Asking a feedback is important because there may be a miscommunication. You may be thinking something which is completely different how other people have perception about you. You may think, oh, nobody is listening to me, but maybe they are bad in communication. They are listening to you. They are following all the steps you do. They're just not able to communicate it or communicate it on time. That's possible. So, seeking for the feedback and a two-way communication with either somebody ahead of you in the hierarchy of the team or below you or your peer. You can ask for the feedback and let them think about if there is anything positive or negative they can tell about you, or let them also, it gives a kind of pressure or force them to recognize your work. So that's quite important. It's very effective. Focusing on the team goal is important because in the end, if there is some politics happening and it has anything that is going to suffer is a team's goal, is the delivery of some important thing that team is doing and trying to achieve collectively. So focus from that should not be gone, and managers should also understand that, and all your actions while you're going through the team politics should also keep that thing in mind that team's goal is very important. So without disturbing the team goal, you have to take your actions, talking to managers and all that stuff. You have to be professional, as I said. So very nice from ChatGPT. We have to address the issue directly. We can talk to the peer who is doing all that stuff, and then make sure that they know that you have noticed it and it's not acceptable to you. Build alliance. That is something important. So in place of just doing a 9 to 6 job and going back home, what you can do is do more personal stuff with the team members. Uh, you might have a common hobby or going for lunch together, coffee together, and showing the helping nature is how the friends are one, professional friends are one in the office. And once you have better friends, more allies, then you can, of course, nobody can do team politics with you easily or bully you or take the credit of your stuff or control your resources. Transparency is important, and most this is also an important work is like you have to document your work so that you can refer them to them anytime you want. You can also send it to your bosses and others and have the evidence. If you have worked late night or you talk to somebody in the chat, never forget to mention it to the whole team, especially managers, so that it's transparent to them, visible to them that you have done it. So if you make it transparent or inform the managers or the whole team at first, then nobody will get a chance to take a credit of it because you have already said it or you have already mentioned it. So that is very important. I have to tell the team right on time. Okay, everyone. So these were some of the points that I wanted to try with ChatGPT and show you guys like how important it is. Now, even in the professional life, ChatGPT can become your kind of assistant that can help you solve a lot of problems. Not only the technical stuff, not only the delivery thing that you need to do, but also something related to soft skills, the community stuff in the team. It it is something quite analytical stuff that it tells you and point by point. So you don't have to read nowadays. I mean, I think you don't have to go through a lot of books that writers are writing and and then make your points about how you should deal with some situation, like soft skills and this and that. A lot of books where you have to spend a lot of money, read those books, then make your point. So it saves your time. So ChatGPT is again very important tool, and I'm happy that I am using it professionally and personally in my life. And I am making these videos for people to just watch it, and then if any two people can get help from doing this, my purpose of making video will be successful. So thank you very much. Maybe next time we'll meet again and see more capabilities of ChatGPT in some other field, in some other use cases. Thank you very much.